Hello. So today I did want to work some more on my scavenger hunt journal like I've been doing. I did earlier this morning post another finished page. So I did my purple and teal page and I did it with giraffe-corns. And I wanted a really distressed looking page. And if you look close to it, I put like derpy smiles on the unicorn, on the giraffe-corns, excuse me. And I really actually kind of love how different these two look. Like you have this one which looks really clean and nice, and then you have this one which looks kind of like a hot mess if I'm not mistaken. And this was actually just like a paper that had some smack and drags, or some smack and dragons as VD likes to call them, where you just take a stamp and smack it and drag it. So it was just a normal piece of lined paper, and then I watercolored on top of it, that I fixed it so that it wouldn't go everywhere whenever I was gluing it. And then I added some fussy cutted little giraffes and put unicorn horns on everything. So I'm really pleased with how that turned out and how silly it looks. And like I said, I really like these two pages together. I think they add a good contrast. So my next page, what I want to do is I want to do FIB art. Now, when Janet originally made that idea, I believe what she was going for was pieces of artwork by those people. And while I do have pieces of artwork from some people online, like I do have artwork from Dee Dee, I do have something from DevRex for art coming in the mail, and her name's Yolande. I decided that I wanted to do something a little different. So what I want to do is I want to take three people specifically. I want to take Dee Dee, I want to take Janet, and I want to take Devin Rex for art. And I'm going to draw each of them, but just like from the perspective that we see whenever we're watching them online, which typically is them doing artwork and then we just see their hands. So what I wanted to do was, for Dee Dee, I thought maybe I'd make a little miniature collage. And then for Janet, I thought I would make something circus related. So maybe like a circus tent and then maybe a butt beside it. I don't know, that just sounds funny. And then for Devin Rex, oh, that's really cool, sweetheart.
And I can even do this.
Very cool. It's like a puzzle. But then for Devin, I thought maybe just her pressing down on a jelly plate. And because I want color to be on, I'm probably going to put color on top of whatever she's pressing down on. That way we can, you know, see it from my perspective. Because I'm actually always watching those on my phone and I have it tilted sideways. Or sometimes I'll watch it on a TV and then do the chat on my phone. So I just thought it would be a really cool way to honor all three of those artists, because I do watch them quite a bit. So what I thought first I would do is take a page and split it into thirds. I'm actually going to split into sixes because I just want 3 smaller squares, and then I will do that. And I also thought about doing maybe an honorable mention to Terry Brett, because I do love her Instagram, where she does all of her prompts, and I thought maybe I would do just maybe like a little word bubble that says Terry Brett and then put some prompts on it. Like I could draw some prompts from my prompt jar, and I thought maybe that would be fun. But what I'm going to do first I'm going to create the 3 little pieces of artworks, and then I thought I would draw 3 sets of hands as well, and then I'll do the little quote for Terry. So let's go ahead and start splitting this in half, and it's probably not going to be the straightest lines ever, but I'm going to try my darndest. So we can do it that way, and then let's see here. How long is this? So it fits 12 inches. Then I should be able to do here, here. Oh shit, nope, that's gonna put it into fourth. See, I'm already doing my math wrong. We really wanna do it here, and then here. Okay, so we'll split it like that. Make sure I get it somewhat right. And that will be my little screens. And you know what? I really would rather them be in rectangles, so I'm going to make them a little bit smaller than that even. Let's do, because when I'm looking at my phone, it's a rectangle screen. So let's do something like this. And then that should also, being able to make those go in half like that is actually going to give us more room for Terry as well. Because like I said, I wanted to do a little something for her as well, because I really like her page. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and cut those out real quick. And then we can work on them separately. And I'm also going to draw 3 sets of little hands on this too. I'm going to glue the hands on afterwards. That way I can focus on what's under here and not have to worry about like drawing around hands and stuff, because I feel like that would be really hard. So we've got 3 of those now, and so now we just need some hands. And I'd like them to be colored too. So what I might do is I might get out little gel pens. Gel pens I got. So I've got all of these. This big thing of gel pens here from Shuttle Art. Big old gel pen set. This one has 180 gel pens plus refills in it. I haven't used it very often. I did use it for whenever I was doing my giraffe page, which was pretty nice because I used it to do some outlines to make it look more like a kid drew it. But we can definitely use that. Let me make sure that I'm in frame here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down a little bit. There we go. Okay. So we want 3 sets of hands, and I don't know about you, but I am no good at drawing hands, so these are going to be kind of silly looking probably. So I'm just going to draw a basic hand shape. And ladies, I apologize if you see this, because my hands are not great. Okay, so there's one hand, and then we're going to do... Let's do this first one is Dee Dee. So Dee Dee's always got some like beaded bracelets on and stuff. So I'm just gonna make this look like it's got some big old beads on it. And then we'll also do an arm here. And one of the shirts that she wears a lot is this one that's got like stripes on it. So I'm just gonna put some essence of stripes here. Something like that. And then let's do the other side. If you hear anything in the background, my son's just playing. Okay, so there's another hand. And then we're just gonna put some more little jewelries on. And then another arm. And some stripes. Like that. And then I'm just going to quickly outline and color these out. So I'm just going to use a little pen here that I've got. Just to do the outlines of these hands. And then let's do a red. This kind of looks like it's supposed to be a red. So let's do that and do some little fingernails. Oops, we need something to, there we go. Goodness, that gel pen is not wanting to gel. I've never used this one either, so there's no reason why it should be doing that. Let's do a different red. Let's do, that one was such a true red though, that kind of sucks. Let's try this one. There we go, that's better. Ooh, and this one has a little bit of a sparkle to it, so it's prettier. Okay, and then we can do some peach. Something like that. And then we need like a black. Here we go. And then let's do a couple of colors on the bracelets there. Oops, I got some gel pen on me from whenever I rubbed on it. So I got some stripes going. And then maybe like a pretty purple or something. Keep out some of these colors, that way I can use them. Blue there, and then maybe a yellow would be kind of nice. Yeah, here we go. So that's some pretty bracelets there. I'll keep those colors out so I can use them again. And then let's do the same thing on this side. I have to be careful not to rub my hand on that because the gel pens are wet. Something like that. And the arms. Okay. And then we'll put her fingernail polish on again.
Hey.
Grab my boot. Grab the boot. And the other one.
Like that. And then now we're going to make those bracelets again. wait, I forgot to color in the other colors. Duh. Let's do it the opposite this time. It's actually really funny on Dee Dee's channel. She wears this shirt so often that somebody sent her some like Barbie hands that are just like miniature hands of hers, wearing a striped shirt like this. So I hope she thinks this is funny if she sees it. Everybody knows you for your striped shirts, girl. All right. So there's my little Dee Dee hands. I'm gonna kind of wiggle it so you can see that there's some glitter in there, some baboom. And then, oh, I wonder where that little spot came. That's right, that was that pen. I wonder if I can just go over it a little bit. There we go. All right, so then the next set of hands, let's do Janet hands. So for Janet, I'm gonna do her in a blue sweater, I think. Janet doesn't wear any jewelry or fingernail polish from what I saw, so she'll just have nice plain hands. Maybe a little bit longer of a thumb than that so you don't... Told you I'm no good at drawing hands, y'all. Okay. Do that, and then just kind of a nice sweater. So we'll also give her some fingernails too. So let's do, maybe for the fingernails we can do a slightly darker peach. Let's see what color this actually is. Holy cow, no, we don't want to give her neon nails, no. That ain't it. That's not the color we're going for. What color is this? I'm glad I tested that before going with it. That's yellow. No. Would you think that was yellow by looking at that? No. It's not that one. Well, shit. Let's see. What's this color? That's an even light. Let's go with that. That's gonna be fine. That's a very light peach. So we'll do that, and then let me just draw this in. And we'll just do like maybe a little hint that nails are there, since hers are gonna be so light. Something like that. And then we'll do the sweater. The reason why I picked blue is no specific reason. It's just the last video I happened to watch, she was wearing a blue sweater on, because I like to watch some of her older videos too. I'm one of those nerds that sits around and like while I'm working or like doing things, I will watch old videos from content creators. And like I said, I think the last one I watched, she just so happened to be wearing that color. I don't know about that. Let's see. The pen kind of makes that color look kind of weird, but let's try to draw it without the black and see what happens there. I'm gonna try to redraw this hand. And this time what I'll do is I'll still draw a sweater on her, but I'm gonna try it without using the pen and just see what we get when we go like this. And what one's gonna look better. because I don't want our nails to look dirty either because it looks weird. So let's try it this way and just see if we can even tell. Honestly, you can't even tell that that other color's there. But I think we're gonna actually go with this one because it looks better. I don't like that one, so we're gonna say no thank you. Our Janet deserves better. And then let's do this color for the sweater. Oh, I should probably do the outline of this, eh? What color is this? I feel like the sweater I saw was like a lighter blue than that. Let's try. Boop. I think that's a lot closer. We're gonna go with this. Shuttle art. Why is everything so loose? Been having to tighten up all these because all the lids are falling off of them, and some of them are just, the ink is not great. There we go. So something like that, and we don't want this one, so I don't want to confuse myself when I go to cut those out. So something like that for Janet. Oops. Oh no! I used an X-Acto knife on top of the tissue paper, and it was a bad idea because it went through the paper that I was using and off a square. So I was trying to hide my dirty desk, but I guess that goes out the window. That's all right. So don't make fun of me for my weird squares. There's more of them too, look. Okay. So let's see here. We've got our little square, our little Janet hand. So let's make our other Janet hand. And we'll start over here. And then we'll add our little sweater. Something like that. That hand almost looks a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Who's gonna yell at us? So we'll just do that. Like I said, I'm really sorry. I'm very bad at drawing hands. I hope you don't think that I'm making little porky hands on purpose. It's just Keisha being bad at art sometimes. All right, and then we'll do our blue. Goodness. Yeah. Brand new gel pen, never used before, and my goodness, I forgot how annoying gel pens are. There we go, something like that. Good enough. And then we'll do, I'm gonna do the fingernails in this light color. I honestly don't feel like it matters because nobody's gonna be able to see that. But just know an attempt was made. So something like that. So there is our little Janet hands. And as we're going, I'm gonna keep trying to color in this weird spot that ended up on Dee Dee's hand. Just to see if it goes away. If it doesn't, I don't know what I'll do. I'll just probably leave it like that. I don't want it to look like there's a dirty spot. But I guess I could say, hey, she has paint on her hand. There we go. All right, so then I need to make Yolan's hands. Let's see here. And I am practicing saying your name, Devin, so if that's not the proper way to say it, please let me know. Let's see here. So let's do, for her, she has a wedding ring and a watch, I believe, that she normally wears on one hand. And then I don't think she wears jewelry on the other hand that I can think of. Could be wrong, but we'll try it. And we'll do like a little square watch. Like that. And a little ring. And for her, she usually doesn't wear polish either, so I'll probably do like what I did with Janet's. And she usually either is not wearing sleeves or has them pulled up of some sort, so I'm not gonna do any colorful sleeves or anything like that. I believe her watch band is actually black, but I just want a little bit of color on there. So let's do, we could do like the silvery color. Oh wait, we gotta do the outlines first. I was gonna say a silvery color on the screen of her watch would be kind of cool, because then maybe it would read like a screen. Might make her arms a little bit longer than I drew them, because part of me wants to make it look like she's pressing the plate down, and I don't know if that will read well without making her arms a little bit longer, so we'll see how that works. There we go. And I've got her ring. And like I said, I don't recall any jewelry on this side. Later I might have to take a look at a video to double check that. So there we go. Some little hands. Give her some fingernails. Yellow there, and I wanted to do this gray on the watch so that maybe it, oh, it's a sparkly gray too, so maybe it'll like read like it's supposed to be a screen. That'd be kind of cool. And we'll color these in. With hers, they're just going to be arms with no sleeves. So we'll do this. So like I said, most of the time it seems like she either has her sleeves pushed up or like maybe is wearing short sleeves. Oh no, there's another dirty spot. It's probably from the dark ink. I'm sorry. We'll say your hands are very artistic as well. I'm gonna redo that one. I don't like how that keeps doing that. There we go. Let's try again. There we go. Fingernails. It might be because I just realized I did that with gel pen, and that's probably why I did that on hers. The outline, I mean, the other outline I did with pen. Okay, so there's our sets of hands that we've got going. And then what I'm gonna do is I've got a cutting board so I don't cut my table again. And I'm just gonna kind of X-Acto knife those out, and then we'll have like cute little hands, hopefully. So I've got a little cutting board down right now, and I'm just gonna try to cut these out real fast. This is actually how I cut out my zebras. I used an X-Acto knife and I wasn't sure like how it would work because I'd never used one before. But, you know, turned out pretty good, I think. Okay, so let's see. Part of it's popping out, so that's good. Oh. Come on, little fingies. Oh. Getting there. Aha. Almost. There's a couple little bits in there that are not quite right. So let's just fix it. Ow. I poked myself. There we go. There is one little Dee arm for us. Look at how tiny it is. Little Dee arm. Hello. All right, and then let's try again. So let's see if we can get that one to pop out. That one came out a lot better. Okay. So, we got our tiny little Dee hands. Hello. All right, let's do our Janet hands next. Got a little bit of buzz sticking to us. Okay, so there's our first little Janet hand. And then we'll do our second one. So here are our Janet hands. Hello. And then, ooh, there's some white on the side of this still. Let's get rid of that. Cool. All right. And then next we've got our Devon hands. Let's try popping out that. Oh, I forgot to do here. Oh, that one came out a little fuzzy. Hold on here. It's a little bit better. Oh, come up. There we go. So here's one little hand. Hello. And these will be our little Devon hands. Doot, doot, doot. All right, and then let's do we have enough room to make like a little bubble for prompts for Terry? Let's do, because like I said, I love looking at Terry's prompts, so I would like to include her on here, but she doesn't have a stream or anything like that. So this will be, here, maybe we can do it on this side of the paper. Let's do just a little like speech bubble looking thing. Doot, doot. And I think that would be fun. She does watch me on Instagram, so this will be a bit of a surprise for her. I probably could have cut this out instead of doing it like this. That's okay. Here we go. And I can just toss all that away. Safety. Okay, and then I'm gonna trim this with scissors a little bit just to make it a little bit rounder. But what we'll do is I'll draw prompts for this, and I'll put it on there. Something like that. All right, so we've got that taken care of. So first we've got Miss Dee Dee. And for Dee Dee's always making like collages and stuff. So I thought it would be really fun to make a tiny miniature collage. So let's do that. And do this. I'm just gonna paint this black real quick. Oh, let me get rid of all these gel pens real quick, because I don't need them anymore. Let's see, so I'll kind of put them back where they were, even though I'm not really entirely sure. I'm just putting them back randomly because I don't really care where they go, if I'm honest. And, okay. So got that taken care of. Let's do a little paintbrush here. So probably just use this scruffy guy and just put some black on it. Here, black, 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 black. Black, where art thou? Here's a bit of black, and I'm just gonna put it right down on there. Give it a nice black background. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I really like it when Dee Dee does space stuff. So I'm gonna probably do like what she calls the bucket of stars, and you know, do something like that. Okay, at that, let's go ahead and blow dry it down. It's mostly dry now, so that's gonna be our tiny BB collage. So I'll flip that over so it doesn't get re-wet. All right, give me 1 second to clean my brush and I'll be right back. Alrighty, and then the next thing that we're gonna do is we need to do what she calls a bucket of stars. So a bucket of stars is when she takes like white paint and then does like, uses water with it, and she'll get it nice and soupy. And then she like flicks the stars everywhere. So like there's like a big paint splatter. So what I'm gonna do is and I usually honestly do it with my water brush because I'm lazy. So I'm just gonna do that. And I get a little bit of titanium white, plop it in, and I'll go right here. And then what I do is I just squirt the water in it. So like I said, I'm really lazy about it. And then I just wait till it's really mixed up. And I test it. Yeah. And I'm just gonna do a bunch of stars everywhere. I just take a paper towel and then I'll squeeze the water through the brush again, and it just comes right off really easy. With her, she does like a little like lid, like from Juice, and she'll put the white in there and do it with a regular like brush. So either way that you want to do it's probably fine. So I've got that. I'm gonna set that to the side so it doesn't spill everywhere, and then I'm just going to dry this off a bit. And usually Usually I will say she does this towards the end, but this is a tiny piece of paper, so I'm going to do it first. We'll do is I have these like sticker clocks. I could put a sticker clock in the background because she really likes time and stuff like that. Let's see here. Let's see what I got. Let's do. Here's kind of a nice normal looking clock, so I'll just put that over here. And I'm gonna put it down first because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna collage over it. So it's gonna be like peeking over a mountain kind of thing. And we'll do it kind of like this. That way we can get those hands in there. Whoops, maybe not there. Do it like that. Because what we'll do is we'll take a white Posca like she does and make it go foo-foo everywhere. Okay, so I've got that. And then let's do, I've got a folder of fodder that I thought I could look through real quick. And we'll do that for some mountains. Zoom in right there on her real quick, and let's take, ooh, this is pretty. I found this pretty piece of paper. So I'm gonna take this piece of fodder and I'm just gonna tear it and see, ooh, that's a cool shape. I like that shape. So I definitely think that I want that. Rowena. And then maybe we can go here. And maybe a little bit more on that side over there. Maybe something like that. Yeah. That would be pretty cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue these little bits down. Glue's open all the way. I hate that. Okay. Like that. And unlike what she does, I'm gonna leave it rough because I kind of like the rough papery look. Plus this is pretty small, so I'm not gonna be too fussy about stuff like that. Something like that. This one's kind of like that. I do have some of it going off the edge a little bit, so all I gotta do for that is I'm just gonna take some scissors and just go snip, snip, and it'll be fine. Oh, got a little bit sticking up right here, so let's put a little bit more glue down on that bad boy. There we go. All right, so that's looking pretty good so far. And then I was thinking maybe we could use like a little house. So I've got this like cute little house. I can just cut out real quick, and oddly enough, this is from the Robotonautica book, the cut and collage one that she used just recently. So it kind of works out pretty perfectly. It's a nice call out, I think. Okay. I could put that as like a little house right here. I've got us really zoomed in because this is very small compared to my hand. So much you'd be able to see the cute little details I'm trying to put in it. Okay. Maybe put that there like that. And then what we could do for another touch of beauty, oh no, I left my wipes open. That's not good. Is we could put just a little bit of that white we used and just do some fog. She's always really big on fog. Something like that. And then I wanted to take a white Posca and do just a little bit of her flare, because she always does the little hands on the watch. So let's do that. And like I said, mine is never gonna look as good as hers, but this is to honor her, not to be as good as her. Goodness. My white Posca is not wanting to write white. I must not have cleaned it very good last time I used it. Shh. There we go, something like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our little Dee Dee hands and glue them on top. So let's see. And I think maybe one like that. And another one maybe here. I'm just gonna cut those edges off. Like that. And then I'm gonna blow dry it. Thought maybe adding some gold around the edges of these might be a nice like little finishing touch. So we're gonna try it. Just give me a second. my hand out of the way. I'm just trying to make sure it lays flat. All right. I think that does it for the Dee Dee one. So this is the nice little Dee Dee. That's kind of her style of art. Hers, I'm assuming, is probably going to be the most detailed because not that the other artists aren't as detailed, it's just she puts a lot of mixed media elements into it. So I'll probably put hers kind of toward the middle of the page so that it's not so overwhelming probably. So I got that one done. So next we're gonna take a look at our Janet one. So this one's gonna require a little bit of drawing, I think, because what I was thinking is I could do like a tent. So and I'm just drawing this kind of willy-nilly, like I don't really know what a circus tent looks like, if I'm honest. But oddly enough, this will also satisfy one of the things I need, because I needed something circus anyway. So let's go like this, and then can make like a little tent flap here. And then what I was thinking is maybe drawing a monkey with their butt. Because one of the other things is I have to draw something with a butt on it. And she's really into monkeys. So I thought maybe I could do something like that and just kind of go balls to the wall with it, really. Or maybe we could do, I've got like some tickets in here. We could do some circus tickets. Let's see. No idea what this thing says, but this is going to be our little, maybe like a fence to go next to the circus, or we can go like this with it. Maybe even like that. Ooh, we could cut it in half so it looks like two tickets next to each other. That might be cool. Do something like that with it. And then one of the other things I wanted to do is see if I have any monkeys. Where would I have monkeys? Give me 1 second. Okay, so I did just find this monkey, so I think we can get away with maybe putting him down here and then drawing like a little fanny on him, or a little butt. So let's go ahead and try that real quick and see what it looks like. So here's a little monkey. Maybe we can give him like a hat. Because that would be pretty cute. Let's see here. Where's my piece of scrap? Here's some scrap paper from there. We can draw like just a generic little hat. We can just glue it on him. Let's color it in real quick. do. Something like that, and then let's do some red. And yellow, maybe. Probably do that with this too. So let's go ahead and finish making this real quick. Our little circus tent. Hi, babe.
I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty? Do you have any more of your drink left?
Kind of.
Okay, well go ahead and take a drink of that, and if not, you can have some of mine over here, okay? Just gonna color that in kind of hastily. Maybe you can't really see what's going on in there.
Get away.
Ooh, I wonder if I also might have some stickers that go with this. Hold on a second. I have this book right here, the Imagination sticker book. I bet there's something circusy in here. That would be cool. Well, yeah, before I look at that, let's finish coloring this real quick before I get too ahead of myself here. So we want this to be red. Can feel this gel pen struggling again. Oh, here, let's zoom in a bit. Okay. Ooh, I wonder if I can make like a frilly collar for this guy too. That'd be kind of fun. don't think the Ringling Bros actually uses animals anymore, so no animals were hurt in the making of this. Go. And see, I made the little frilly thing. I don't know if that was on camera or not, sorry. Keep forgetting I'm zoomed in because how small these things are. And then let's do like this. Like that. And then maybe we should use something like, let's do, maybe this, and what kind of green is this? Let's see. Oh, that's a pretty grassy green. Okay. So I'm gonna use some alcohol markers real quick. Just do some grass. Most of the time, stuff like this is outside. Let's make sure that this is a good blue. It is, okay. And then I want to make sure that this is very dry because alcohol markers, like I like them, but the thing that sucks about them is sometimes when you close the page on an alcohol marker, it will bleed to like multiple sides. And I don't know if that's just a not dry thing or if alcohol markers are just really tedious, but sometimes I'll swear to God things are dry and then I'll close it and I'll get this weird yellow on the next page over. So I'm definitely going to be drying this before I do anything because I don't want that to happen. Let's do just a little bit of grass. go. Yes, we're gonna blow it real quick. Oh, huh. Interesting. That didn't really go through as much as I thought it was going to. All right, so let's go ahead and get our monkey dude glued down. Put him right there. Then I'm gonna can't believe I'm doing this. I'm gonna put a butt on it. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to put a butt on it. So just gonna give him a really sweet pair of cheeks right there. Nice butt. And then we need to put his collar and stuff on. So I need to cut out his little collar and his hat. Let's go ahead and put on his collar. Like that. And then we'll give him a little hat. Something like that. And then I wanted to put these tickets on here, but I'm gonna wait a second because I have this awesome sticker book. So I'm just gonna give me a second to peruse it, and I'm just gonna see if I can find anything that's circus in it. Okay, so I did find this page that has a bunch of like performers on it. Maybe even her or something would look really cool. Let's see, I'm just kind of trying to look. Maybe I could do her. She's smaller. So I'm gonna take her out, and then I'm gonna kind of fussy cut around her edges, and I'm gonna glue her in. These books that are fancy like this are all good and well, but they never stick, right? So this is the antiquarian sticker book from the Imaginarium, in case you were interested in it, and it has like 1,000 stickers in it. At the end of this, if I think about it, we can do a flip through of it, but I just know that since I'm making 3 different really tiny collages, really, that I was just trying to save a little bit of time here, because I'm sure people got better things to do than to watch me peruse through sticker books. It's really cool when other artists do it, don't get me wrong, I love it when other artists do it, but my videos have been averaging 2 to 3 hours, and one of my friends the other day told me that she felt it was too long. She was like, damn, Keisha, I love you, but you gotta cut that down a bit. So maybe I'll listen to her, maybe I won't. Do you guys think my videos are too long? I was kind of sad when she told me that, because I think my videos are fine, but yeah. So I will go through that book at the end. That way, if you were interested in it, you could see what's in it. And if you're not, you don't have to watch it. How about that? How about them apples? So let me let's finish fussy cutting this real quick. Almost done. I am not a sticker border person. I think they kind of get in the way of everything, but it seems like all stickers have them, so whatever. We can get rid of it. All right, so let's see here. I've got her. Maybe I can have her in the corner, or maybe doing something weird on the tent. That'd be kind of fun. So let's get our glue down. And we can just pretend she's doing like a little trick like that off of the tent. And then we can get our little sticker, or our little guys here. Something like that, and then I'll cut off the edges. Okay, like that. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, and then let's do the gold around the edges again, because I liked how that looked on Dee Dee's, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you can maybe see it a little bit better. Oh wait, I gotta put her hands on. Oh no, she can't do nothing without her hands, right? So let's do this. And we'll put one hand like that. And then the other hand. Here, and then we'll cut off the excess again. There we go. That's better. Now we can put our gold down. Oh, am I in focus? No, I'm not. Sorry about that. I did remember to look though. These are almost like doing ATCs, I guess. Artist trading cards. All right. Here is Janet's. So I think that looks pretty good. Okay. So now we've got Dee Dee, we've got Janet. Oh my God, this next one's gonna be so hard. So what Devin does is Yolande plays with these awesome jelly plates, and she is so good at it, like amazing at it. But how do I illustrate that without it just being a square? I don't know. So let's see here. I have an entire bunch of jelly plated papers. Let's see here. Maybe I can do something with that one. That's a pretty one. Take that one out. What else do I got in here? I'm looking through my jelly papers because I have a ton of them. What screams out jelly plate goodness that's small enough to be okay? Ooh, I've also got stuff like that. That's got, ooh, that's tissue paper. Ooh, you know what? One of my things I gotta do is with tissue paper. Let's do that one. I did not actually make that one. This one actually came in a thing I did of, or a thing I bought of somebody else's art scraps that they didn't want. But it has a tissue paper on it, so we can cheat a little bit. That's okay. Yeah, maybe we can do something with both of these. That would be cool. And then I'm gonna get out that book again because Devon Rex is a type of cat, I think, from what I'm understanding. And there are lots of cute kitties on here, so I thought maybe I can include a kitty. Like, just like a cute cat. And I was thinking maybe this one because of the Happy Mail. So we might be doing something with cats. So, let's see here. Let's do kind of like a plain background. That way it looks kind of like a table. Boy, I don't remember what color her table is. We can just go with, what's this color? It's a nice brown. We can go with brown. That's fine. I'm gonna do it with the alcohol marker again. I kind of like the nice stripes it was giving me with Janet's, so we'll do that. Because it kind of gives it a nice like wooden table vibe, and I honestly off the top of my head can't remember what kind of table she has, but we're gonna go with this. Now this is a jelly, or this is not a jelly paper, this is actually something I painted. But maybe I should get one of my jelly papers instead. Maybe that would be better. And this I think I'll pretend is one of her scrap papers that she sometimes has at the side. So that could be pretty. So something like that kind of looks like a wooden table in a way, huh? Get rid of that random stripe I just did there. Do a couple of darker ones just for some fun. Okay, so we've got that there, and then she has like a giant one called Big Petty. So let's see here. Let me look for one of my actual jelly papers. Ooh, this is a jelly paper with a stamp on it. That could be fun. That is one that I did on my jelly plate. Okay. Let's do something fun like that because that's bright and beautiful and colorful. And then we could still use this tissue paper over the side. And maybe we can put our cat on that side. What is that cat facing? Let's look. Let's see. What side? Okay, so that cat's over here. So maybe we can put the purple paper over there. And that can stand for like Happy Mail or something. So let's just tear this. These are just our random papers over here. That's just going to give us some color and some fun. That one kind of looks like a rose in a way. I kind of like that. Okay, so we've got that. And then let's cut this into a square. And maybe around the edges we can do something fun with that. I also like this piece of tissue paper that has the kind of dots. I'm gonna cut out that dotted bit. See if maybe we can do something. with the rose and the dot. I really like the rose. We can keep the rose. Okay. Let me just shove these back in my scrap water. Okay. So really I'm liking that rose, and we can use maybe a white Posca to outline this to make it look like it's on something. I don't know. But let's glue down what we've got real quick. Like I said, what she does is just so cool. I just have no idea how to illustrate that. Like, it's beyond my capability, I think. But I'm gonna do my best. There we go. Something like that, because I like that I've got the rose on there. And this is kind of because she has these like really cool, so she does like a lot of brayer offs and stuff like that, and some of her stuff just turns out so fabulous, like whenever she like does her different patterns and stuff. So I'm gonna do that, and then let's see here, we can put this right here. And then I want to do like a white outline with Posca, I think, just to kind of, I don't know, in my mind make it look like it's on a plate. I don't know how to do the plate. This white's not showing up super well on this brown either. I was thinking as I'd make her hands look like they're pushing down on it. Oh, these Posca pins. Because that is what she does, is she'll push her hands down on the plate. So I'm definitely gonna do that with it. And then, so it just has like a very vague outline because jelly plates are see-through. And then let's do that cute cat. I loved that cat. So let's get the cat for the Happy Mail. Let me grab that. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to pull it out the book without ripping it. Easier said than done some days. Okay. So here's our cat that we've got with the little Happy Mail. And this time I'm going to go ahead and leave the outline on it, just because I would like hers to look a little bit different. So we can do that. And then cut off the edges. Oh, see that sticker's popping up. I didn't glue it down. What is the point of being a sticker if you don't stick, bud? There we go. Cute like that. And then hands on there. So I don't want to overdo it on this one because she does jelly plating, so I just want it to look like she's trying to jelly plate. So I was thinking is going like this and making it look like she's trying to push the plate down, because I think that would be really cool. It's funny, this one actually has like a little stamp of a giraffe on it, and she made these cool ATC cards for the ATC swap. And her Africa had a giraffe on it, so maybe that could also be a thing here. There we go. She did such vibrant colors on those. Whoever gets hers are going to be so thrilled. Okay. There we go. Something like that. And let me do the edges. I'm not going to do anything too crazy with hers because I just feel like her work speaks volumes and I could never make it look that cool. So we're just going to keep hers really simple, but I feel like it's going to tell the story, which is what's important about it. So let me just put gold around hers. Ooh, that tissue paper is really weird under the gold paint. Oh no, some of it lifted up a little bit. Go back down. There's one stinky paint marker. Okay, so we've got all three of them now. Here's Devin's. So this one is Devin, and Devin's doing her jelly plate, and she's got a cat because Devin Rex for art, and I've got a tissue paper over here just because like she always has really cool like pieces of fodder that she holds on to, and she doesn't like to waste anything. And then I've got her little Happy Mail kitty, which is cute. And then as a recap, this one was Dee Dee's with like a little collage on it. And then this one is Janet's, and her scavenger theme was circus. In fact, something circus is something we have to put in here, so this is kind of perfect. And I put a butt on it because she really likes butts. She likes them butts and she cannot lie. I'm just kidding. So we've got all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back out to my wonderful art space here. And let's clean this up just a little bit here. Because now we've got to see how this is all going to fit together. Okay, so let me take back out my journal here. And I'm going to set these little cards to the side. These are just like ATCs. That's really funny. I feel like I just made them ATCs. Okay. So let's flip to the page we're going to use. We're going to use this one here. And what I was thinking is they would kind of go like this. And then down here at the bottom, I was thinking we could do prompt. Shout out to Terry Brett, and then put prompts next to hers. Ooh, let's do gold around this. So I wanna do that. Give me 1 second. Okay, so let's zoom back out again. Sorry about that. I needed to check something. Okay, so let's also do the gold around this too. And then we'll put Terry's name on it. Because everybody else got some gold. Terry needs some bling too. She's not gonna let all them girls have all the fun, is she? Mm-mm. And then let's do maybe a purple. Wish I knew what Terry's favorite color was. I guess I could have asked her on Instagram. There we go. So we've got our little shout out to Terry, and then we'll put her prompts next to that. So let's go ahead and what should we do to this so that it's colorful? What pages do I not have? I know I have some color pages that I haven't done yet. So we've got pink and orange, which could be fun. We've got, what other colors do I need to do in here? Pink and blue is one. Bingo. I don't have anything bingo yet. Draw your day, your window. I'm looking for colors in here. Something to inspire us with. Let's do, there was also one that was like blue and brown or something weird like that too. I don't know that I want blue and brown right now. Let's go with pink and orange. That could be fun. So let me get a piece of paper to put behind here. And then I guess what we'll do is we'll just do some pink and orange and just see what we end up with. Let's do a cup of water real quick. 1 second. Oops. I just went and got a cup of water so that I could get that in there. Okay, and let's do sorry, I'm looking to see. Oh, we could use this thing, I guess. All right. I'm gonna move these out of the way so I don't get ruined. Okay. Let's get a pink. Ooh, we could do that neon pink again. Pink. And some orange. Do I have like a neon orange? That would be kind of fun. But this orange. And then maybe what I'll do is instead of using a paintbrush, maybe I'll just use this. And just kind of scrub a dub-dub, and I don't mind if it's see-through. We can just kind of get that on there in a nice thin layer. Just kind of do it at random. Because why not? These ladies are awesome, so they deserve some color in their life. So we are going to give them some color. And maybe I'll go around the edge of the page in gold just to kind of do a callback to our cards here. That'd be kind of fun. I need some more of that pink. There we go. It's just gonna be a bright and very out there page. There we go. That's what we want. That looks nice. Nice and colorful. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put this in there so it has time. I just went ahead and put it in a cup of water, and then I'll just wash it out and it'll be fine. All right, and I'm gonna dry this page real quick. Maybe I'll just do like a black marker like this and just type FIB art. Like that. What you doing, buddy? You're thirsty? Do you have any more drink?
I have a little bit in here.
Okay, well, like I said, if you drink all that, you're welcome to have some of mine.
I just have a teeny little bit.
You want some of mine?
My drink there.
Here you go, babe. Try that. It's just more juice. This one is dragon fruit. How's that taste? Good? Mwah. I like your little thumbs up. You want to see the tiny collages I made?
What tiny collages?
Look at this. Isn't that tiny?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. Today we're making fruit.
Fruit?
Yeah, we are making fruit, all right.
You're sweet. All right.
First, we need to get started with some tape.
Oh, don't go through my art stuff, silly boy. We don't need the tape. All right.
And it might be a big rock to make fruit. Because that might be hard work.
That would be hard work. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put.
Everybody, we might need to go and get this stuff tape out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Jan. Everybody,
Let's
we will
do.
have to cancel this day.
Why?
Because it needs to be because I can't get the tape off.
Oh, yeah, it's okay, sweet pea.
Okay. Hey, can I sit on your lap?
Well, honey, not right now because I'm doing this, but you can in a little bit when I'm done. I think I'm getting pretty close.
I can bring you everything you ask for, okay?
Okay, but I've already got everything I need, baby doll.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
can I have this? You might need some paint, so I'll have this.
Oh, okay. Can you actually put the paint in this drawer for me? That would be really helpful. Thank you. You're a good helper.
Doop.
Oh, are you going to use my ruler? There we go. So we got Janet.
Scratch.
Oh, thank you. So then we'll do Janet, M, Young, and then we'll do Dee Dee right here. Oh. Woo! Careful, buddy. That's pretty loud. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for back scratching. That's very nice of you.
You can have this back.
Okay, well, let's not put it on top of my camera.
Doop.
Thank you. It's balancing. Was that silly?
Yeah,
Okay. Might have some problems with that corner popping up, looks like.
that's
I'm just gonna hold it down. Let's put some more glue under it.
Yeah, we might need some tape too, Mommy.
I don't think we need the tape, but thank you.
I know what we need. Hey,
Okay.
Mommy,
Yeah, babe?
can I play with your machine? No, look,
Whoa, put that down. No.
I thought you might mean that.
No, please leave my sewing machine down there. Thank you, though.
I mean,
Go play with your toys now.
yeah, but it helped me.
You're being very helpful, but Mommy's trying to get this glue to dry. So go on. Go back and play with your pizza, please.
I still want to help you.
And that's very sweet of you, but on this particular project, I'm okay, because I've already got most of it done. However,
Hello, everybody. What shall we do? We're sorry, we're just talking. Yeah, we're just talking. Yeah. We're just being a lazy fish over there.
lazy fishes, that's silly.
Look, yeah, really. We're really doing that.
What are you doing?
Being silly.
You are being silly. Are you my little fish?
I'm over here because I love you.
Aw, I love you too, honey. That's very sweet.
That's why I'm right here.
Careful.
Ooh, that was fast.
Ooh.
That's fast, huh?
Mm-hmm. You want to do me a favor? I need 5 pieces of paper out of this. Can you draw me 5 pieces of paper for Terry?
What?
Well, these are going to help with writing prompts. Can you go, or for drawing prompts, can you pick out 5 of them and we can count them together?
1,
Uh-huh.
2,
Okay.
3,
Oh, 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
5. No more.
Thank you. All right, now we're going to open them and see what they say, okay?
The say.
So this one says, oh, I don't know if Terry knows much about Pokemon, but this one says Pikachu on it. And then this one
Let's see something.
says,
Bulbasaur.
I don't know that this one meant to be in there. It's not. Oh, this one says old man.
Oh, man. That's,
This one
what does it say?
says goldfish.
Goldfish. Really?
Mm-hmm. This one also says fish, so let's redraw that one. Get another one to replace that one. We don't want 2 types of fish. A thimble
This one.
and a griffin. All right. A goldfish, a griffin, a thimble, Pikachu, and an old man. Boy, oh boy, if she sees that, those are some funny prompts. Okay.
Good.
But you know, oddly enough, I think she'd be very good at that because she can make something out of anything. So, all right. Well, thank you for your help.
I think you still need help.
I think I don't, but thank you. All I gotta do is write things down and then I'm all done.
I want help.
You can stay here with me for a second while I do this. All right, so
Helping is my thing. Yeah, everybody, we're going to do a boring thing because now we're going to draw, which is boring, you know. I don't know. Really.
why don't you like drawing?
Because it's kind of boring for me. Hey, can I help you with this?
No. Right now I'm just writing words. Yeah, you can draw. You can doodle on that page. That's fine.
I'll make a smiley face for her. So she says thank you to you. Okay. Thank you to you. We like you. You are. We found an old man, a frog, and a fishy for you to come over. Spell Ronan.
Okay.
Which is Ronan.
That is how you spell Ronan. Very good.
So you draw, and then you do it, but don't make any mistakes.
What happens if we make a mistake?
It's okay.
Exactly, because accidents happen.
It's okay. It's okay. You can start over again if you want.
Okay, so our prompts were
Pumpy pump pump beep pump 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 pump.
goldfish. Nope, not on that page.
It's on this page.
Mm-hmm.
This one drying.
Yep.
No, this one. Is this just a picture?
Yep, and it's a picture.
Whoa.
Well, honey, I asked you not to sit there.
That was fast.
Stop. Okay, so we got goldfish, old man.
And silly.
Please don't flip my page.
Yeah, but this one's a better
Yeah.
page. I guess it doesn't like this. What the fuck is that thing?
Pikachu. And 5. What was 5? A griffin. Stop running. There we go.
Can I show your laugh now?
Well, I'm actually almost done with my video. I'm just gonna say my last things and then I will come sit with you, okay?
Hey.
Hmm.
Okay, everybody. Bye. It was a great time seeing you. Bye.
Not yet, almost. All right, you go over there for a second. And
Oh, it's going now.
all right. So this is my FIB art page. So I've got Janet, Dee Dee, and then I've got Devin Rex for art, and I've got Terry Brett's prompts.
Yeah, and we got fishy doodles.
Fishy doodles.
Yeah, which is my favorite. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.
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 Bye, everybody.